Keep this in mind as we talk about foods to lower A1C quickly. A shocking fact is that over 4 in 10 people with type 2 diabetes are unaware they have it. That's right, they don't even know it, according to the latest International Diabetes Federation data. This lack of awareness means that they are at higher risk for serious complications and may miss the opportunity to prevent or delay onset of serious problems. Now, this unaware population globally is estimated to be over 252 million adults with diabetes. They're not diagnosed, they're not aware that they have the problem. This puts them at so much higher risk for the serious downstream consequences and complications that go along with this, and potentially an early, miserable death. In the US, this is 8.7 million adults that are unaware. All right, so today I'm sharing specific foods that can help lower your A1C in as little as 2 to 3 weeks. And number three might surprise you because most doctors never mention it. Hi, I'm Dr. Beverly Yates, a licensed doctor of naturopathic medicine with over 30 years of clinical practice, helping people with chronic illnesses, and in particular, type 2 diabetes and prediabetes. It's been my honor and pleasure to serve and help folks deal with this because it is completely improvable with lifestyle measures, but it does require your participation. All right, so something to keep in mind here is that I'm going to show you these 7 powerful foods and how you can best use them, and one mistake that people make that can sabotage their results. Make sure you watch until the end. All right, here's what the A1C is and why it matters. The A1C is an average measure of the blood sugar content over a 3-month period. Your body makes fresh new set of red blood cells every 3 months. So if you test your A1C every 3 months, it gives you a moving picture, a moving snapshot in time, if you will, of what's going on. So it lets you know whether or not your blood is flowing easily and smoothly or if it's becoming more sticky. And that's important because if the blood is becoming more sticky, i.e. the A1C number is going up, then that means you're more at risk for the heart attacks, the strokes, problems with high blood pressure, problems with vision, loss of vision, perhaps going blind, gangrene and amputation, problems with the kidneys, and chronic kidney disease, other things that are all complications of chronically high A1C. So this is something you absolutely want to improve if at all possible. So this is an important connection between food and blood sugar. You hopefully can choose the foods you eat, and by choosing healthier foods and hopefully ones that fit your budget, you can make things better for yourself, but you have to take charge. All right? So now let's keep this realistic. When I say quickly, please understand that sustainable A1C reduction can take 2 to 4 weeks or so. So it is something that can come down. It can come down rather quickly. Even if your A1C is stuck really high at the moment, you can make a difference, okay? So please feel inspired, feel hopeful, and stay here to get some more education about how to do that. All right, let's get into it. Food number one, to lower the A1C quickly, we're going to focus on legumes. There are many different kinds of legumes, and they can be so delicious. The varieties include lentils, chickpeas, black beans, black-eyed peas, even yellow-eyed peas. Recently, when I was at the health food store, I saw they had some yellow-eyed peas. Look, they actually have yellow eyes. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. Depending where you're watching this from, that might be a common thing for you, but hey, this was news to me. Delicious, though. Very delicious. So you could look, if you think you've seen it all, go find some new legumes to check out. They're awesome. Now, here's why they're awesome, that they're powerful. They combine both resistant starch, which is a complex carbohydrate, good for us, is digested, slowly released into the bloodstream, and protein together in one neat, amazing natural package, right? So nutritious. Serving size typically is going to be a half a cup cooked. That's right, 1/2 cup cooked. You could have a cup. You could have 1.5 cups. Whatever works for you. Always make sure you're testing your blood sugar, preferably with a continuous glucose monitor, CGM, so that you know what's going on with that blood sugar. The bottom line is this. Eating them on a regular basis nourishes your gut's microbiome and helps give you a positive interaction with your blood sugar, making it more likely that your blood sugar will stay in the healthy range, which contributes to having a healthy A1C. Now, here's a preparation tip. You can soak them overnight, pour off that water, and put on fresh water and soak them again for several hours before you cook them. The other way you could do it is you could buy them already cooked. Either way, you're going to want to rinse them. Okay, so if you buy them already cooked and in a can, pour out the contents of the fluid and add water again so they can be re-soaked. Here's why. What I've found and what I've read about and what my patients have shared as well is that double soaking Legumes, all kinds of legumes, can help to minimize or eliminate any content that is likely to cause you gastrointestinal distress. Also, if you've bought them already cooked, they may have had sodium, salt added to them. You don't need that, right? That can be more sodium or salt than you can actually benefit from. This way, if you rinse them twice, you've gotten back to the actual legume. Now, one of the issues with GI distress, and one of the reasons why people don't eat legumes, is that for some people, they're very combustible, i.e., they cause that GI distress or embarrassment of releasing gas, also known as flatulence, breaking wind, tooting, or farting, depending on what words you're commonly used to hearing or saying, all right? Just to keep this real. Okay, food number two to lower A1C quickly, leafy greens. Oh my gosh, I can say so many things about leafy greens. I think one of these videos, I'm just going to let it roll for a while. I have that much good stuff to say. But we're going to keep it tight right here, all right? So there's specific varieties. You have spinach, you've got collard greens, beet greens, kale, chard. There's so many kinds of leafy greens. Whatever's available to you and ones you enjoy, I encourage you to eat them. And if you don't really like them, think of it as food as medicine. And sometimes we take medicine that's not tasty, right? Why? Because the medicine benefits us. So, whatever category you need to think of it as, whatever your mindset may be, I invite you to lean deeply into the idea of leafy greens as a friend to blood sugar, especially if you want to lower your A1C quickly. Why do they work? They contain fiber, magnesium, and they are low in terms of blood sugar impact. They do contain a little bit of starch, but all of it, or most of it, I should say, is coming from the fiber, and therefore it is slowly digested, slowly released. It is not going to spike your blood sugar. So these very much are friendly for the A1C. Now, how much to eat? 2 to 3 cups daily. Feel free to double that and make it more like 4 to 6 cups of leafy greens daily. I always recommend more rather than less, and I love to see people to have 4 to 6 cups or 4 to 6 servings a day. That means with breakfast, you're going to have 1 to 2 cups. With lunch, you're going to have 1 to 2 cups. With dinner, you're going to have 1 to 2 cups. Okay? Get them in you. They're so good. They really, really help. And again, it's part of that conversation, right? They feed your gut's microbiome, which directly is impacting your blood sugar and therefore your A1C. So if you want to lower that A1C naturally and quickly, this is a great way to do it. Here's a simple tip. If you are someone who eats smoothies, add them to your smoothies. It's a great nutritious boost to any smoothie. You can also saute them with garlic, with onions, with chives, with scallions, whatever you would enjoy. They also go great with things like beets. You know, you can mix it up, have them as a salad, cook them, whatever the time of year is and whatever your flavor palette. Leafy greens go along with every possible cuisine. All right, food number three to lower your A1C quickly. Consider eating fatty fish. Fatty fish is a great friend. It's nutrient dense. It's going to help your nervous system along with your brain and, of course, help you to lower your A1C quickly because it's satiating. All the foods I'm mentioning help you to feel satiated or satisfied, to feel full, and to know you've had enough to eat, and therefore it's time to stop eating. It just is a very important way to think about food in today's world, for sure. The best types are sardines, mackerel, salmon, tuna, really any and all of the fish. You can have them fresh, or you can have them canned, whatever is available to you. Now, the science behind this is that these fishes, they are rich in what's called omega-3s. These are healthful fatty acids, and our bodies really benefit from this. This also helps to reduce inflammation. Having type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, type 1 diabetes, PCOS or polycystic ovarian syndrome, metabolic syndrome, etc. All of these things have an inflammatory element to them that really magnifies all the other health problems that go with it. So the more you eat these foods, the more benefits you're going to have. They also help to improve insulin sensitivity. In other words, it takes the insulin that your body makes, or if you're taking it as a medicine, it makes it more effective. So it can work for you rather than against you, okay? Let your food be your medicine. Let your medicine be your food. How often? 2 to 3 times per week is a great pattern. So if you can do that, that's helpful, okay? And also for budgeting purposes, if you aren't able to get these fresh or that doesn't fit your budget, absolutely go ahead with the canned fish options. Look for them having been canned in water or in olive oil or in mustard. Read the labels because sometimes they'll say things like vegetable oil, which is vague, or say soybean oil, not the best idea. So you want the fish actually with its own natural oil in water mustard sauce, something like that. But do read the labels to make sure there's no crazy shenanigans on there, all right? Okay, so what's your experience with these foods? It's great to hear from you in the comments below. If you find this video helpful, please like this video, share it, subscribe to this channel, and kindly turn your notifications on. This actually helps other people who care about their health, who perhaps have diabetes, blood sugar concerns, and who want to lower their A1C without medications, find this video. And that means we can help more people. And it's totally fine if people are on medications as well. For many of us, that is a helpful partner in having a better level of health. This way, you can help me grow this channel and reach others with this information. Thanks so much. All right, food number 4 to lower A1C quickly, cinnamon. Now, this is a surprising one, and I want to be clear. Cinnamon can be a helpful partner in lowering the A1C. It does not replace prescription meds. It is not as potent as prescription medicines. But if you're looking for a natural option, it's a good partner. All right, to be clear. Okay, so research has been showing blood sugar benefits in lowering both the fasting morning blood sugar number and the A1C. Again, not as powerful as prescription drugs, but a helpful agent. The effective dose appears to be 1 to 2 teaspoons daily. I always tell people you can sprinkle it on food you enjoy, or just take 1 to 2 teaspoons daily with some water. You can add it to tea as well if you would enjoy it that way. You can add it to your coffee. Sometimes I enjoy it with coffee, with decaf, and I really love the flavor profile. It works for me. All right. Now, how you can use this is that you can add it to smoothies, you can sprinkle it on top of oatmeal, and you could also consider putting it really on any food profile that you enjoy. Like, let's say you have sweet potatoes, keep the skin on, of course, put some cinnamon on there. That's just one of many possibilities. Okay, food number 5 to lower your A1C quickly, nuts and seeds. So tasty, so yummy. Your best choices are going to be chia seeds, flax seeds, almonds, walnuts. Now, they give you 3 benefits here. They offer you healthy fats, they do have a little bit of protein, and they have some fiber. And they can be very satisfying, very satiating. This is a good thing. Good news, right? For portion control, please pay attention. This is sometimes where people do a little too much. 1 to 2 ounces daily, or think of it like this, like half a palmful is enough. Maybe a whole palm, but not more than that over the course of a day, right? Stick to about half of whatever is your palm size. If you're a big person, you have a bigger palm. If you're a smaller person, you have a smaller palm. Half the palm size would be a good way to think about this for portion control. You absolutely want to avoid candied or honey roasted versions of these nuts and seeds. It's not necessary to add sugar to them. Enjoy them as they are. They're quite flavorful on their own. Okay? Food number 6 to lower A1C quickly. And the best options here would be the berry family. You've heard me shout this out before. Berries are so good. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, many different kinds of berries, raspberries, etc. Compared to other fruits, they have a lower amount of sugar quite naturally, and they are also high in antioxidants. Antioxidants are chemicals that help to combat issues with inflammation. So if you have any issues whatsoever with inflammation, maybe you've got issues with your cholesterol, you have inflammation as a lab test, that you've looked at different things, and you're getting that information that says, whoa, inflammation is a problem here, berries can be a helpful tool. Again, let your food be your medicine. Let your medicine be your food. Daily amount, half cup to a cup. That's probably your pretty good range. Maybe you have them some at lunch, perhaps some with breakfast, maybe even with dinner. They can be so helpful. Now, some people get into a controversy around the idea of frozen berries versus fresh berries. Let me put that one to bed. Both are great. Frozen berries typically are picked fresh from the field and flash frozen right there. You're getting just about or almost the same amount of nutrient density as you would if they were fresh. So don't fuss over it. If fresh is what you have available, great. If frozen is what you have available, great. Just get a menu. They're helpful, so helpful. All right, what's your experience with these foods? Are any of them so far a favorite of yours? It's great to hear from you in the comments below. If you find this video helpful, please like this video, share it, subscribe to this channel, and turn your notifications on. This actually helps other people who care about their health, who maybe have diabetes, blood sugar concerns, and who want to lower their A1C with or without meds. Find this video, and that means we can help more people. This way you can help me grow the channel and reach others with this information. Thank you so much. All right, moving on. Food number 7 to lower the A1C quickly: apple cider vinegar. Now, this has been an interesting one. It's grown in popularity, certainly over the last 10 to 15 years. There is research on this that shows it's a helpful partner for blood sugar management. Again, similar to cinnamon, this is not a replacement for prescription drugs. It is a supportive element based on the information we have right now, not the same potency as a prescription drug. I don't want any misunderstanding about that. How you take it is 1 to 2 tablespoons diluted, probably most likely in water, before you eat. Pretty simple, huh? And it's something I remember seeing my great grandmother do. Actually, I think she did it just because she liked it. She didn't have diabetes. But hey, you might have a family history of the use of apple cider vinegar as well. And the timing matters. It's best before your meals, whether they are medium carbs, low carbs, or a high carb meal. Okay, take it before you eat your food. And in general, you also want to be able to protect your tooth enamel, right? Apple cider vinegar, like any vinegar, just like lemon juice or lime juice, grapefruit juice, these things are acidic. So you don't want to leave your teeth bathed in it. So you want to dilute it, okay? In order to protect your teeth. All right? Okay. Now, let's chat here about a common mistake. And this is a mistake that people commonly make: eating these foods, but continuing to eat high sugar, highly refined, ultra processed foods, especially with refined carbs. Oh my goodness, this is just not good. Please, I gotta ask you, focus on the healthiest things you have access to. Please replace those bad foods, the unhealthy foods, and not just add good ones. You need to eliminate the stuff that's harmful as much as you possibly can. You really can't cheat on what you eat. Sometimes people want to cheat, and I'm like, who are you cheating? Please be honest with yourself. A poor nutritional plan will mess up your otherwise good work. Okay? All right. So here's a few bonus tips. One is to make sure you remember the importance of hydration. Water, tea, things like that, they're great. You sip them throughout the day. You want to make sure you are well hydrated. That can be part of feeling satisfied, of feeling satiated, and also help you with blood sugar control and improve kidney health too. After you eat your food, especially your meals, move. Movement after meals, even a 10-minute walk, 5 minutes on the spin bike in your office or your home, whatever it might be, up and down your stairs, pacing around your house, marching in place. I've heard people do a lot of different things. It all counts. It's movement. Dancing to your favorite song, movement. There's lots of ways to win here, but just get up and move after you eat. That helps avoid blood sugar spikes and helps you avoid being on that blood sugar roller coaster, okay? Sleep and stress absolutely impact the A1C. Plenty of my other videos talk about this. If you want more details, either check the playlist after this video or go and look on my channel. I go over this in depth. And then, think about it like this. This whole healing journey is about progress over perfection. Please don't beat yourself up if you're not able to do everything every time. But commit to 1 or 2 key things and find a way to be consistent. Your body will reward you. Your A1C will reward you. Again, progress, not perfection. Self-care is not selfish. All right, so with this in mind, I really need you to think about the ways you can be successful here. These 7 foods can help you to heal. Small changes can add up to big results. Big results. All right, so as we go to wrap up here, keep this in mind. Remember, the healing journey that you might be on here is always about progress, not perfection. Please take great care of yourself. Self-care is not selfish. Check out the description for my channel and this video, where you will find links to join one of our programs. You can buy my book, The Yates Protocol: 5 Simple Steps to Fix Your Blood Sugar and Reverse Type 2 Diabetes. If you're in need of access to a continuous glucose monitor, a CGM, we have ways for you to buy CGMs. And you can also join our community via the email list and other ways to work on your health goals. I'm Dr. Beverly Yates. I'll see you in the next video. You're welcome to watch a playlist where I've already put together related content here on this channel for your convenience. Are you ready to take the guesswork out of blood sugar control and discover how to turn your metabolism into your superpower? I'd like to give you my free guide to the Yates protocol. It comes with a blood sugar tracker and a meal plan template you can personalize for both plant-based eating and omnivore eating. Getting your copy is simple. Just scan the QR code you see right here. Or if you prefer typing it in, go to this link, https://drbeverly yates.com/guide, GUIDE dash reverse, REVERSE dash TYPE dash 2 dash diabetes dash naturally. It's free and it's designed to help you start making changes that really work. The link is available below this video.